everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about the full moon in Scorpio, which actually was yesterday. I am trailing behind and we are still in the energy though, and definitely feeling the intensity of that full moon. So probably really feeling it in your body. I know I am. But let's go ahead and begin the reading. For pile number 1, we have angels. If you're feeling the energy of pile number 1, you'll choose angels. For pile number 2, we have wisdom, which is a picture of a unicorn. For pile number 2, we have wisdom. And for pile number 3, we have medicine man or medicine woman for pile number 3. So take a look at each pile. Which one is pulling you in? Is it angels, the wisdom unicorn, or medicine man or medicine woman? Which one is it today? And you can go directly to the description box below to find the timestamps for your pile. And for those of you that would like to follow me on social media, details are in the description box below for how to, actually I don't think I have that below. I am on Blue Sky at Natalie H Astrology if you want to find me there. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, details for how to request one are in the description box below. And let's go ahead and I'll begin with the ringing of the bell. Okay. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose angels, and today's reading is about the full moon in Scorpio, and I'm calling it Breathe Deep. About 5 months into the year, and ooh, it's been a spicy year so far. Feels like we need to take a moment to pause and reflect on where we're at. Get some advice from Spirit. All right, let's go ahead and check in. The readings today are going to be a little bit faster. Pile number 1. I'm running a little bit short on time today, but I wanted to jump in and give you guys something for the Scorpio moon. Let's go ahead and see for pile. Oops, there's the Ace of Cups. Isn't that lovely? Let's go ahead and see for my pile number 1s. What do they need to know for this full moon in Scorpio? All right. 7 of Cups, the World card, and 10 of Pentacles. Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Okay. This pile number 1 is about hitting a moment where you're not sure where you want to go next. And I feel in the past in your life, you were very driven. Chariot, you knew exactly what you wanted. You were in control of your destiny. And there's been a confusing chapter that has ended in your life. And I feel like you're still kind of juggling it. You're saying, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? Can I move on? What's next for me? Okay. And you're looking for stability. You're looking for maturity. You're looking for a final choice or a final decision to be made about something is what I feel. Okay, let's take a look and see what we've got here. We've got Ram, and I was going to call it perspective, but it says perseverance on this card, okay? You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind, okay? With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow, okay? So my Aries, Capricorn people, this reading is really reminding me of you guys, and you have many gifts, and that may be the problem, that you do have many gifts, and there are many decisions that you could take. There is many roads that you could go down, okay? With patience, you can reach your mountaintop, okay? You can reach your success. But I feel you're tired at the same time here. Pile number one, you may need a moment to be patient with yourself. You could be feeling tired. You're older now, okay? With the World card and the Ten of Pentacles, this can be where we actually are older and we're having a hard time seeing the path ahead because we are older, okay? Or maybe our vision has changed and we're not seeing as clearly, right? And that could be literally needing, needing glasses, needing to go to the eye doctor. Like literally the vision could be, there could be vision issues going on as well too. And it's like, I am getting older and I do need to, be patient with myself here as I'm making these choices because they're not easy and it is confusing, okay? And we have here money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Well, that's the Ten of Pentacles because the Ten of Pentacles in the tarot is the Lord of Wealth. So that's definitely a money path. And there's been indecision, confusion, not knowing if something is the right path, okay, not seeing something clearly perhaps. I do feel like the money path is opening up. And, the full moon in Scorpio is opposite the sun in Taurus, which is very much, Taurus, Scorpio energy is very much about that stability, that financial stability that we're trying to find. Escapism. Detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance, okay? And yeah, the Seven of Cups could be where we're spacing out or where we're getting really tired of something, or we're kind of lapsing on something, or we're really foggy about something and we just want a way to kind of like escape it, but we know we have to get back to work and we have to get back to climbing that mountain path, okay? And I feel like some of you are saying, Natalie, I just want to take my 401k, or I just want to take my money, or I just want to take whatever money I have and I want to leave these daily struggles behind. I am tired, I am exhausted, I want to take this money and I want to leave town, or I want to pull out of something that I've been working on. I'm tired, just want to leave. Can I just take my money and leave? I feel like you guys are saying that. And it says, I am centered. A wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. I am centered. Okay. And I feel like for you guys, you just want to see the progress, and you just want to see like even a little bit of progress is good. Right? Even a little bit of working towards a goal. Maybe some of you are working towards a big financial goal, owning a home, buying a car, retirement. Perhaps you are working towards financial freedom and you need to remind yourself what you're working towards, or you're paying off debt, or you're like, I don't know what to pay off first. I don't know what to do first, right? That's where we need to be centered, okay? And maybe you have dreams about just saying, fuck it, I'm leaving, I'm going, okay? But in your heart of hearts that you have to stay centered and focused on what you've built in your life, because there's a lot here and there is consequences, I feel like, to letting just kind of like drifting away from things. And I think you're more aware of that than ever, pile number one. And so there is a call to be centered within yourself here. We have Jupiter returns. Well, we love that. Okay, and Jupiter is going to be moving from Gemini into Cancer. So those of you that have Cancer planets or have, planets in Capricorn or Cancer, like get ready, because Jupiter is you're going to feel Jupiter's presence. The cardinal signs will for sure, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. As we have Jupiter shifting into Cancer later on in June, I believe. I think middle of June. I have to check my calendar, but Jupiter is moving into Cancer, so get ready, my friends. And we have good fortune, the beetle. Well, I love that, especially for the money path and Jupiter and having some good fortune. It's like I love my life, and I love where I live, and I love where I've decided to put down roots. Okay, and this is where I feel like you're going to be in the future. Pile number one. Okay, you're going to be appreciating where you put down roots. You're going to be liking where you're at, but you're also going to have plenty of opportunities to get away from the responsibility of, because I mean, it's a lot to own a house. It's a lot to even own a car. It's a lot to, there's a lot of responsibilities attached to what we own. And, for those of you that have families, like there's a lot of responsibility for the upkeep of a home. Like there's just a lot, right? And having the opportunity to be like a butterfly and fly away and do your own thing and go on vacations. And it's like I have stability, but I have the good fortune to be able to escape my life when I feel like it's gotten to be too much and I'm out of focus. I can actually take a trip. I can actually take my family on a trip. I can actually, be with the people I care about and go on a trip, right? And have some fun. Good fortune. And I feel like it's like resist the urge to escape, because you've got something good going on here, and good fortune is going to come, and eventually you will be able to escape when you want to. So I'm getting a message about kind of like sticking it out. Okay, pile number one, like, you got to kind of stick the landing, or kind of stick out what you're working on, continue to do it. That's so funny. I said perspective earlier because it says perseverance here, and now perspective has come up. And an opportunity to change your perspective on something, to change the way that you're looking at something. And it's like, I was looking at something ass backwards, or I was looking at something in a different way. And actually, I am glad to have safety and security. I was feeling trapped by it, but I'm actually starting to see what I've built, and I actually want to focus on something. I actually want to see it come into fruition. And I want to see those gains over time, is what I feel like your reading is talking about, and a change in perspective. And maybe you're looking at a situation in a way that other people wouldn't necessarily look at it. Like, to other people on the outside, you look confused, or you don't look like you know what you're picking or what you're gonna do, but inside you know exactly, only you can walk your walk. Pile number one, okay? You know what to do, and you know how to walk your walk, and don't worry about what other people think about your perspective. You be centered in yourself, and sometimes we have to switch our perspective and see things from a new perspective, and we can't be getting lost in other people's visions of our life. So that's good. Yeah, we have progress here, advancement, achievement, steady gains is what I feel. it's not like you're asking for an insane influx of, yeah, I mean, maybe you are. Maybe you're like, I'd love to win the lottery, Natalie. And I'm like, yeah, you and me both. But I feel like you guys have like a lot of practicality to you too. Like you're like, I'd be fine with winning the lottery, but I'm also good with just like being appreciated for the work that I'm putting in, steady gains. And as I'm having like steady gains towards a goal, I'm going to have increased clarity towards what I want, is what I feel. Okay. So, pile number one, that is what I'm getting for you, my friends. I know that the reading is a little bit shorter today. I wanted to jump in and give you guys at least something. I know it's been a minute since I've recorded a video, and I wanted to drop in with a little something for you. So let me know how the reading resonated resonated for you. Thank you so much, pile number one. And let's move on to pile number two. Hey there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Wisdom Unicorn, and today's reading is about the full moon in Scorpio, and I've called it Breathe Deep. Okay, and I'm a little behind. I know. Pile number two. Life has a way of lifing. Readings are going to be a tiny bit shorter than normal today because I'm running a little behind, but I definitely wanted to jump in and give you guys a little message here for this full moon in Scorpio, okay? And I always feel like the full moon in Scorpio during Taurus season is pretty intense. It's usually right around my birthday too, so it's like, oh my God. Let's go ahead, pile number two. And let us see. Get some wisdom for pile number two. Unicorn wisdom regarding this full moon in Scorpio for pile number two, please. Full moon in Scorpio. I have this silly song in my head about bubblegum. Pile number two. We have 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And we have the 7 of Wands. Ooh, the Devil, my lovies. Okay. And the King of Swords. Ooh. All right. Well, you guys definitely have some pushback going on right now with a particular person in your life who has, I'm getting something about something becoming embarrassing, okay? And it could have been something a person said, and now they feel like they need to defend themselves, and now they've just kind of been like digging themselves into a deeper hole is kind of it's like the more that we defend ourselves or the more that we try to assert what we were trying to say, the more we dig a bigger hole around us. Now, pile number two, is somebody in trouble with you? I have to ask, okay? Is someone in the doghouse? Is someone in the shitter? Pile number two with you. I hate to use such language, okay, and such a beautiful unicorn wisdom pile here, but this is very strong energy, okay, and it's very unexpected. I feel like 8 of Swords, you started talking to someone or you didn't really know what to expect and they pulled some shit is what I'm feeling here, pile number two. Now, this could be somebody at work. This could be someone you're casually dating, but someone's definitely pulling some shit, okay? Yeah, so This could be somebody making a promise, or like saying that you can trust their word, or making a promise to you and then they don't come through on that promise, or they're not reliable in that promise. Okay. And then they try to tell you it's your fault, and they put you in a very defensive position of having to kind of defend your turf. It kind of reminds me of like the boss who promises, you know, a worker that they can work certain shifts, or promises a promotion, or says, yeah, I have these shifts that you can pick up, or and then is like telling you that, but then says, I didn't say that, or try to like come back and say, and it's crazy making. I feel like with the Eight of Swords here, it's crazy making, because I feel like what you're saying is, I don't know what I did wrong to make this person act this way, but now they're really pissing me off, is what I'm feeling, pile number 2, okay? And this could be, you know, you're all coming here from different perspectives, so this could be somebody that you're talking to, a significant other. This could be somebody that you recently got in a fight with, where they're not fighting fair. You could feel like this person talks down to you a lot, or uses their power in a negative way or a manipulative way over you, or tries to, okay? And puts you off, really puts you off your balance, I feel like, because they come in with a really rancid attitude after, and they act like they know everything. This person could be a huge know-it-all and get off on making other people feel like less than or smaller than. So pile number 2 is a lot of and it could also be an energy of someone who just won't shut up, or somebody who is trying to bait you into an argument as well. Pile number 2. So this is interesting energy. We have White Stag and Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay. And this situation is a distraction, right? And some of you could be a protector, or standing up to this person because you have to protect yourself, or you're trying to protect someone else who doesn't know what's going on, and you're trying to watch their back for them. Okay. But this whole thing, this whole power struggle, I feel like is awakening a powerful force within you. Let's see what else we have. We have fire, strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. Ooh, oh boy. Okay. Well, that's coming out under the devil card. Wow. So somebody is definitely, and we do see fire in the devil card there. Okay. Love can turn into hate. That's for sure. We have anger. Your expectations are not met, creating frustration. Express it in a healthy way. All right. Anger, definitely. All right. Oh, gosh. Pile number 2. Something blowing up for you guys there. We have 555. I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life. Experience and change your path. Be open and stay positive. Okay. This is where we can get really tired of having to deal with these very belligerent personalities. And it may seem like this person is angry for no reason, or that they are just habitually angry, or that you set them off. And at one time, this person really liked you, and now it seems like they really hate you, and you don't really know why. Okay. I do feel that this person is an obstacle, pile number 2, but you will clear this obstacle from your path. You're a very old soul. You've been around users and liars and manipulators and really angry people in the past. You'll find better people for sure, better people to experience. I do believe that. Pile number 2. We have Virgo and I analyze. Okay. And this could be where you really are like, maybe you're like, well, I don't know what I did wrong. Okay. Um, and perhaps some of you here are Virgos, or you're dealing with a Virgo with the King of Swords. The King of Swords in the tarot is an Aquarius, so we could have Virgo Aquarius energy showing up in the reading. Okay, we also have Leo with the Seven of Wands, Capricorn with the Devil. All right, but it's like, I kind of feel like you guys are like, what did I do wrong? And maybe you start over analyzing the situation, right? And it starts eating away at your mental peace. And it really starts to bother you mentally. And it becomes something that you start thinking about obsessively. With the King of Swords and the Devil, it's like, what did I do to deserve this? Or what did I do? I thought that this person liked me. I thought that we were friends. It seemed like, and all of a sudden now they're squaring off against me. They hate me. Like, what did I do? Okay, is what I feel like you guys are definitely with that Virgo energy there. You could really be over analyzing the situation because, and getting like too mentally obsessive about it to where it's kind of eating away at you. And pile number 2, I've been there myself. I definitely have been. It's like, what did I do, right? With the Eight of Swords, I don't even know what I did to piss this person off. All that, they used to be my friend, or they used to like me, or I thought that things were going well, and now they hate me. They're obviously angry with me. I don't know what I did to piss them off, okay? And honestly, pile number 2, I don't even know if you did anything to piss this person off. I think they could be a person that is easily threatened, or a person that like easily creates like negative feedback loops around them. And they could be a person that is like very paranoid, and therefore sees at a certain point, starts to see everyone as an enemy. Like, this could be somebody who thinks that, who always has their guard up, or is always very cutthroat with everyone, and that's just their personality. Like, they're just an asshole, or they're just, when it comes to business, that's just how they are. Or when it comes to like, they're going to look out for number 1. They're going to look out for, numero uno is what I feel. Pile number 2 before, and they're going to be like a very manipulative, I feel like, about putting others in their place. Okay. So pile number 2, I don't think that if you're really like analyzing this and saying, gosh, what did I do to trigger this person? Why are they so mad at me? And if you're starting to get pissed off too, like, hey, I didn't do anything to you. I do feel like Spirit is saying, by all means, stand up for yourself, protect yourself. Don't take that shit. But at the end of the day, your life experience and your path are going to change direction. So be open and stay positive to that. And the 555 energy is talking about how it is challenging right now because you are in a challenging environment with a person who is like entrenched in this challenging environment, but it's not going to be that way forever. You're going to push your way out of this, and use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You're not beholden to this person. Pile number 2. And I don't care who this person is. I don't care if they are the newly elected Pope leading 1.4 billion faithful. I don't care who they are. They're not so big that they can't be walked away from, right? And if it has to do with your income or your money, I get it. It may take some planning. It may take some ingenuity. It may take some working behind the scenes without them knowing. But at the same time, I feel like, you're with this Virgo energy here, you do stay on top of things. You are very good at what you do. You are a very detailed, passionate person who puts a lot into the things that you're working on and doing. This person is a temporary setback on the railroad tracks of life. Pile number 2. And you are going to vroom vroom run over this person on the railroad tracks of life and leave them in the dust. Okay, they are a energy that has popped up in your life, but it's not that has squared up against you, but it's not like they're going to be there squaring against you forever. At some point, they're going to be gone. Okay. And you'll no longer talk to them, or you'll no longer run into them, or it's not going to be a thing. Okay, so that's really what I want you to focus on, is getting past the obstacle, continuing to stand up for yourself, but also calculating strategically, how do I get past this, right? And if it's somebody that, you just started talking to, and you can already tell that this person, like you started dating them, and you can already tell that they're an aggressive asshole, then I would just cut off the communication, right? Like, with no reason, really. You can do that as well. Pile number 2. Like, you don't have to give this person a reason why, is what I'm saying. Okay. And we have September here right next to this Virgo energy. So, there could be something that happened in the month of September, or someone is having a birthday in September, or a September Virgo is popping up here. Okay. Yeah. Or maybe you had issues with this person earlier in September of last year. Okay. But it's, yeah. Leave them on the railroad tracks of life and keep on choo-choo ahead. Okay. Pile number 2. That's my advice. We have fear. This person is a dumb scarecrow. They like to put obstacles. They like to make things harder than they need to be, is what I feel, and put obstacles against honest relating with other people. And they may have a way of making other people feel scared or fearful as a way to keep them under their control. Okay. And yeah, I just feel like you see right through it. Pile number 2. Okay. You see right through it. You're an old soul, as it says on this white stag here. You're an old soul. You see through exactly what this person is doing, and it's pissing you off. I get it. Okay. And this person works by creating fear or limitation or obstacles for other people, is what I feel. Okay. And the more sometimes that we analyze, and the more we go back and forth with it in our head, the worse sometimes it gets and the more fearful we become. Like, well, I'm scared if I fight back, XYZ is going to happen, right? And we have to make those judgment calls. We have prosperity, good fortune, okay, material possessions, wealth, gratitude, okay, prosperity. And perhaps this person has struck fear towards you when it comes to your prosperity, or has said that they're going to ruin your good name or spread rumors about you or try to take you down or this type of thing. I feel like Spirit is saying don't be afraid of this person. Pile number 2, okay? Don't be afraid. And prosperity, your prosperity is something that you have earned for yourself over lifetimes of good deeds and staying focused and centered on yourself and others that you care about. And it has nothing to do with this person at the end of the day. And I feel like this person acts the way that they do because they're afraid of losing their prosperity. They're afraid of losing income. They're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of lawsuits. They're afraid of, they're basically afraid of losing money is what I feel, which is why they're constantly trying to get one over on other people, or they're constantly trying to overrule other people all the time, okay? And they have a lot of enemies, pile number 2. That's another thing. Like, sometimes it feels like we're out here alone, just fighting against, all the pigs of the world. But at the end of the day, a lot of these types of personalities, they have a lot of enemies in the world. And they piss off a lot of people. Now, I do feel like overall this person and situation can be a big distraction. I think it's important to not overthink it and to defend yourself, but don't overthink it and then move forward is what I'm feeling. Pile number 2, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading there. I wish you all the very best and take care, pile number 2. Let's move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose Medicine Man or Medicine Woman. Thank you so much for being here today. And today's reading is a quick full moon in Scorpio reading. And I know I feel like I've been neglectful reader lately. It's been hard to come in and do readings, but I am here, pile number 3. And I wanted to give you guys a quick down and dirty, pile number 3, full moon in Scorpio reading called Breathe Deep. So we just had a full moon in Scorpio. We're just coming off the tail end of it, and it's the tail that'll get you with the Scorpio energy, as you know, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and see what medicine does this full moon in Scorpio have to offer my pile number 3s, please. What medicine ooh, there's the 9 of Wands. So funny because I have like an itch above my eye, which just randomly started right now. Pile number 3, like my right eyelid. Okay. God bless. God bless. Pile number 3. Goddess bless. All right. There's the Queen of Wands and the Medicine Woman. I love it. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Nine of Cups. Ooh, and the Tower. Oh my God. Well, okay. My little speed demons in pile number 3. Speedy Gonzalez over here in pile number 3. And, oh my gosh. I feel like this Queen of Wands is looking over this process that's happening here, this tableau, if you will, pile number 3, and is kind of supervising the progress and is saying, okay, things are moving along and things are going well, and then kaboom, everything just explodes. Everything dissolves out of nowhere. Everything is shaken to its core out of nowhere. And everything is like completely, its foundation is completely rocked. Okay. And, you know, this Tower is asking, do you want to get rocked and do you want to get rolled? If you know what I'm saying. Pile number 3. And we have the humpback whale singer. Wow. And I can definitely imagine the Queen of Wands singing and doing something artistic. So that is very interesting. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okay? And the Tower says, I'm about to fuck some shit up. Okay? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it unexpected? Is it unusual? Is it... It might be the best thing, though. It's like we're going along and everything's fine, and then kaboom. All right, so let's see. The unexpected pops through. We have, oh, wow. We have sorrow over a loss. Okay, now that's interesting because that's coming out under the 9 of Cups. So for those of you that have been going through a loss of something, whether that is a friend, a career, grieving something in your life, a pet, anything, right? There's so many things that we can be grieving, our idea of something, an income stream, whatever it may be. Like, I feel, give yourself a pat on the back, pile number 3, because I feel like you've done a really good job of continuing to hold your head high and continuing to enjoy life and continuing to, like, you know, move forward and try to be happy even though you have lost certain things in your life. But I feel like sometimes out of nowhere with the Tower, the grief comes out of nowhere and hits you like a 2-ton truck. It's like, you know, I'm going about my day, I'm working out in the garden, I'm going for a walk, I'm going to the market, I'm getting my groceries, right? I'm socializing with a friend or two, you know, and I'm going about my daily living, and then kaboom, it hits me, and I am like struck with how much my life has changed and how many things are so different, and just how dramatic the changes have been, and there might be tears, there might be drama, there might be, you know, it might be like, oh my God, you know, like it happens, and maybe you're feeling very up and down, pile number 3, where it's like you're going about your day, you're feeling fine, you're just doing what you do, and then boom, out of nowhere, the feeling hits you, and it's like, oh, I'm crashing out type of thing. And we have arrogance here. Not seeing flaws hinders growth. No limits to learn and improve. Okay, and you know, this could be people who have a lot of arrogance, and I don't feel like you're necessarily an arrogant person, pile number 3. I don't feel that way. Sometimes we think that we can control something and just keep pushing through it, and we don't really have to acknowledge it, but then it kind of builds up and then it kind of explodes in our life. And those moments of crashing out or exploding can be moments of humility and awareness that, okay, like I'm telling myself that I'm doing fine and this is all good and everything is cool, and then boom, out of nowhere, like life takes me out, life takes me down, okay? And in a very unexpected way. And sometimes that, hits us really hard. I feel like you're a person who could be soothing somebody who, there's pile number 3. I have to ask you if there's anybody in your life that you've been involved with, like on a romantic level, that always had good health and always, was kind of like a golden boy or a golden girl, or somebody who always kind of had 9 lives with the 9 of Cups, or always kind of came out on top no matter what. And because of that, they kind of got a very arrogant attitude towards life, like nothing can really touch them and nothing can really like harm them. And life was never going to be, basically that they were always going to be kind of in control of things, right? Some of you could have been dating people like that, married to people like that, where you've had to, you've watched this person kind of go through it. You've watched them like be very, maybe even sometimes somewhat smug about how things are going easy for them or how things are going very quickly. And then this person took a huge loss, took a huge fall, okay? And you see them kind of like getting reduced down to nothing. And you are a person with this humpback whale that is very like emotional, nurturing, and caring, and wants to help this person or wants to be there for this person, okay? And this is the medicine man or medicine woman pile, right? But we have many examples of this in society where we feel like we're untouchable and nothing can touch us, and then we're almost smug about it, and then life comes and smacks us around a little bit. It says, I'm imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. Okay, and yeah, you have, I feel like you guys help people get through really hard losses or get through really hard times. And some of you may be very good with, art and creative projects as a way to help others get through the hard times. And Spirit wants to encourage you in that. We have Pisces and I believe, okay? And it's like, if I just believe everything is going to be fine and everything's going to be okay, and I just shut out the rest of the world and what everyone else is saying, and I just focus on my little corner of the universe, then everything's going to go fine, right? Question mark. And I feel like life has kind of taught you in a way, like if there was any naive attitude towards life, I feel like with the Tower that has been kind of destroyed in a way, but it's also kind of, I don't want to say comical, but it's comical in the way sometimes life happens and things happen that are very unexpected, and it does check our pride and it can rock our belief, right? If we're a very imaginative person and we believe everything's going to be okay, that's wonderful, to share with others that belief. But we also know, like, as time goes on, that very unexpected things can happen in life. We can walk out the door and get hit by a bus tomorrow, or You know, somebody's health could crash, or you know, somebody's business could completely like be pulled out from underneath them. You know, somebody could go through a life altering or a life changing divorce, or, you know, you can be going along with something and satisfied and happy with something, and then boom, everything changes. And that can really like rock our faith in things, right? And make us really question whether we're in control, or what's in control of all of this is something. We have happiness here, and yeah, and this is about how we get through the hard times and how we pick ourselves up and we keep smiling and we keep moving, even though there are hard things that are happening, right? And how do we do that, right? And this is the fundamental balance or question of, you know, we want to be imaginative, we want to be creative, we want to believe in something, we want to help uplift others, we want to be there for others when they're crashing down and like really hitting rock bottom, right? But sometimes people that you thought would never hit rock bottom actually end up hitting rock bottom. And sometimes pile number 3, it's the best thing for them. Like they need to have that happen in order to kind of appreciate what they do have, or appreciate who does, you know, let people that love them, care for them, and believe in them. Because sometimes people take for granted that life is always going to be going forward and be simple and easy, right? And that can cause people to maybe overlook people or take advantage of others, right? We get that arrogance energy there. And when we realize that life isn't like playing favorites, that random things happen to people all the time, and people that we thought nothing would ever happen to all of a sudden like are being towered down to the ground, right? That creates humility and awareness, and when we hit rock bottom, it gives us a chance to grow and become more aware of ourselves and the world. And it may take away some of that naive kind of just believing that everything is going to be okay, and exchange it for growth. But that's okay, right? Because a lot of times we have to fall in order to raise ourselves up again and be happy again, okay? And it is arrogant to believe that life owes us happiness, or that you know, if things continue to go our way, nothing's going to change and we'll always be happy. That can start veering into fantasy or arrogance or things like that. And maybe you've seen yourself how that can be destructive. Pile number 3, like a destructive just belief in things never changing, right? Because we know that that isn't true in life. We know that things definitely change. And like sometimes we can't believe our eyes, right? And how things have changed and how things are morphing. We have protection. Yeah, so we're wanting to protect something here that feels very sacred. And we're wanting to protect someone from, you know, feeling the consequences of their action, perhaps. And I definitely, for those of you, like we just had Mother's Day in the United States, and for those of you that are mothers, I'm sure you get it, because you want your children to have a straightforward, happy life. You don't want to see them go through situations which, you know, really rock their worlds, or really, you want to protect them from having to go through those experiences, right? And it feels sad to see someone you love or care about go through a situation that they can't control, that's happening to them, that makes them feel very out of control. You know, that is very sad, and we want to protect the people that we love against harm. Okay, and sometimes we can protect people, and sometimes even if we protect them, harm still comes or life still happens, you know, and that's really, really hard to, you know, that's really hard, I feel like, sometimes to really wrap our heads around. And I feel you guys are very protective. You're very loving. You're very imaginative. You're very creative, very magical people, okay? And that have come to this pile. And you truly do love and care about and feel emotionally connected to the people in your life. And you don't want anything bad to happen to them. And I get it. I feel the same way, pile number 3. But we know that we can't protect people from everything in the world. And that at some point people are going to go off in the world and find out that, you know, life is tough, you know, and there's not always the best safety net. And thinking that things are always going to be easy and straightforward is kind of a thing that maybe is more characteristic of a young person or like a youthful person. And bless their hearts, right? Because they have the ability to have that naive aspect to them. But as we get older, we know that things change, right? And before completion, okay, we have doubt and hesitation. We have a loss of faith. That's interesting because that's really what I was talking about. And you see this person walking across a very icy river that is kind of like cracking under their feet. And that's very Tower, you know, where there's unstable conditions. And because the conditions are unstable, we have to be extra cautious with the decisions that we're taking. And this can lead, we really want to protect what we have been growing and nurturing. You know, and we're really happy with how things have been progressing. So we don't really want to let go of something, you know, we want to protect it where it's at. But there's also like a foundation that is kind of crumbling, right? And it makes us feel like, oh my God, like I'm walking on broken glass, or I have to be extra careful here because this ice could break at any moment and I don't know what's going to happen, right? And yeah, that's a tough one. And then wanting to protect what you've done so far and not completely lose everything. I get it. I get it, pile number 3. I really do. And before you finish something or before you take the next step, there is like a testing going on, maybe a test of faith, or a need to go slowly, or a need to be extra cautious, right? And you know, the Tower is when there's like a very disturbed balance in nature, and where because nature is very disturbed, it has to like destroy a false structure. And so that can sometimes result in like emergencies or things that come up that are very unexpected. And certainly being ready for things to kind of go sideways and have backup plans is very good to have, could be a part of your protection strategy, okay? But I also feel like, you know, taking your time and being extra cautious with where things are at right now and not tempting fate is always a good idea to protect what you have built so far, if you know what I'm saying. Pile number 3. So I am going to go ahead and leave it there. I wish we could go a little bit deeper into that pile number 3, but I am going to time-wise leave it there, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now.